In the last few videos, we've been discussing benefits of exercise that aren't physical. Today, we're going to discuss self-esteem. Self-esteem is defined as confidence in one's worth or abilities. Self-respect. So, what does self-esteem have to do with exercise and sports? Once again, pro-exercise and sports people think it's a great way to build self-esteem. Now, this isn't the only way that you can improve your self-esteem, but it is one way. Let's talk a little bit more about what self-esteem is first. Is it all that important? I think so. Remember my video about competition? In that video, I went over how fear of trying prevents you from even attempting to do things. Not being afraid to compete in sports gives you the will to try, and the more experience you get, the more confidence you have to take on bigger challenges. People with low self-esteem shy away from challenges unless they're really easy. People who bully tend to have low self-esteem, which is why they tend to pick on vulnerable targets. Aside from overcoming the stress of competition, exercise builds up your body and makes you more physically capable. Things that are hard for other people aren't a problem for people who exercise regularly, so they're not easily intimidated by hard work. Now, there's one last thing about learning physical skills that I think really helps boost your self-esteem. Let's look at two skills: shooting a free throw in basketball and, let's say, doing a handstand. You know, neither of these skills is likely to make you a lot of money or save your life during an alien invasion. These skills, in the big scheme of things, aren't really important. However, if you spend the time and energy to learn these skills, then you could apply that same amount of effort on something else. Not everyone can do that skill, but you worked for it, and you can do it. Mastering a skill that's difficult proves that if you do the work, you can be successful. Effort is effort. If you can spend a dozen hours or hundreds of hours perfecting a physical skill, then you have what it takes to master something else too, even if it isn't physical. Maybe it's learning programming or picking up another language. Maybe it's drawing or writing a book. The number one obstacle to learning new skills is you. Of course, you can gain self-esteem in other ways, from non-physical activities, and you can lose it from exposure to other events like failing a class or getting in an argument with a friend or even losing a game. It can get pretty complicated, and I'm not a mental health expert, but I am pretty safe in suggesting that exercising, whether it's by yourself or through competition, is a step in the right direction. That's it for now. I'll see you next time. People who bully tend to have low self-esteem, which is why they tend to pick on vulnerable targets. Did you hear that, muscles for brains?
Hey, I'm no bully. You take that back before I twist your puny little neck. Oh.